Hello, George. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine, thank you. You?
Fine, George. Thank you.
Okay, teacher.
What do you do in this moment?
Do I have to wait? Certainly.
And after, before, what do you do? George, wait 5 minutes while Mehdi connect and start the code. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, George, for today there aren't more students, so continue.
Okay, teacher. Uh,
So for today,
tell.
topic is a means of transportation. So the objectives are talk about transportation and describe different means of transport. Um, what do you think about the transportation in Colombia?
Transportation.
Yes,
Mm,
of the take to go to the work or the university or
oh,
a different place.
okay. Well, teacher, we know that we have different kind of the different ways to transport in the world. We have the airplanes, you know.
Yes,
We have we have the bus, bikes.
yes,
Mm,
that's.
uh, yeah, the motorcycles. There are the most important kind of way. The most important ways to transport in the city or in the world. Um, uh, well, teacher, in the transportation is very important for the city, or for the country, because those kind of, of ways to transport, as automobile, bicycles, buses, trains, trucks, helicopters as well. Um, is like um like a very important point for the financing, and the purposing of the place, the part of the industries. We have the cars operating. It is very important for the financing, for the legalities, for the industry. Um, we have different kind of transport. We have a public transport. Um, we have, but I have to say that those kind of transport are, how do you say, well, it has a lot of pollution in the sky, so is is taking a lot of damage for the world. But it's
In
very
Spanish,
important. Our teacher.
if you know the word, say in Spanish, and I said in English. If you need
Yeah, in el mundo.
around the world,
Yeah, yeah, around the world. The pollution, right? The pollution is very air pollution. The air pollution in the world, because of the gases that ways of transportation used to get off to get out. Excuse me. Mm, there are some impacts for the humanity. Um, well, teacher, what else? We have airplanes. Um, the different kind of transportation the humans used to we used to to go from city to city or country to country. There are also animals to transport. We can transport animals by airplanes. Mm, we also have to we also uh, can do operations. Um, Uh, the different operation that I'm talking about are about the force, the you know the for the mi, the militarian force, you know.
Yes.
um yeah. What else? We also have to, we should say that the transport in infrastructure is very important. uh, it's very important that that be in good conditions, you know, for 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 roads, airways, waterways, canals, you know, terminals such as airports, bus stations, warehouses.
Yeah, the roads are bad, no?
How, teacher? I didn't listen.
Tell me.
I didn't listen the last part that you say.
Are okay. The Colombian roads are bad. Yes or not?
Yeah, it's right. Are very bad. But
Very,
you know,
very.
in the big cities, you have to have very good, airways, roads, because are the most important. You know, it's like the first word. Mm, and Colombia is having have a lot of have a lot of problems because of the governments, and because it's
Yes.
the Colombia is not a first world, take in mind the United States, Germany, and Russia, and all kind of big cities. Colombia is not very important than them, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay.
uh, but
Is there more
yeah,
or
teacher, it
no?
must not. No,
No.
no, I
Okay.
don't remember some most things.
Okay, George. Thank you. So, please look at this video, and after I ask you about it. Okay. So, I sent by
Okay,
WhatsApp.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but by WhatsApp
Okay.
is good.
Okay. This like it. When finish looking the video, please save me.
Okay, teacher, thank you. Okay, teacher, can continue.
Okay, George. George, tell me about the video. What did you look in there?
Means of transport, the vocabulary about it.
George, I can listen.
Teacher, means of transport, the vocabulary about it.
Yeah,
The vocabulary about it. Excuse
the vocabulary about it. But in the video said about transport in a city, yes. But what transport said in it?
me. Well, teacher, I they were talking about cars. They were talking about the traffic jam that we have in the city, with cars, with buses, you know. And in the same time, they mention about the exhaust forms, you know, the car different cars have exhaust, and it affects to to the pollution of the atmosphere,
Yes,
and have green effects, you know, for the nature. Um, well, the another way that they were talking about trains, um, they were talking that train are more ecological than cars, you know. But they are more like a fashion in nowadays, you know. Um, well, there are a lot of another terms about platform. That is the moment that you start. It's like a train station, you know. Is when you get waiting to for the train to get into there. That they also they were also talking about carriage. That is the place that you relax uh, into the train. I remember. I think I believe that is getting to the train and you get relaxed. And you sit down, right? And the departure is when the people are ready to go for their destinies, you know. It's like when you go to your destiny. Um, what else? There are another ways to transport that is a plane. They were talking that the plane is fast, and a lot of people use for business for business. Where how do I mean? Uh, you know, for business things. You know, and the plane is more popular than the one that I mentioned. Uh, well, when you are in the airport, you have you have to buy the ticket, but you can use internet and pay by credit card. They were talking about that. And the check-in is about when you go to the airport and go to the site to pay. I believe. Another thing that they were mentioning was the security because A lot of people, a lot of people used to escape to the terrorist attacks, and they used to they used to offer good securities in the big cities. Well, there is another term about the departure launch, mm, but I don't remember more or less. I think uh, I think that I believe that it is about the when the user is taking a nap in the airport with 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 his uh, with his launch. I think more or less. I think is that. Um, the another term is gate. Gate is like the part of the plane where you are going to place, to sit down. Um, we can also find the land. The land is the place where you pass control. Pass control and baggage reclaim. You know, is another area you um when you where you how can I say um where you reclaim your bag, your luggage. Your luggage. They have a control, and they used to they use an area to to for your luggage get passed for another um, place, and review what you have in the luggage. Well, cheap is is in the past was very popular. Today is not very used for business than taking in mind the planes, or that the ships the most people used to go for holidays, and to go out with her family, with their families. We have another means of transport, that is the ferry. The ferry is it's like a ship, but the people in the foreign people used to, or national people, used to travel, but in short distances. For example, they were talking about the England and France, that they used to trial by this kind of, or this kind of transport, because they are very nearby between themselves. Well, we also have the subway underground. Mm, they used to they used to they use it in British, because it is used to for big cities. And they were talking that the subway undergrounds are pretty fast. Mm, uh, we also have the buses. Um, the buses are not so ecological than as train. Mm, double decker is very typical in London. The double decker. Mm, is very old, and the double decker is old and very, and it's difficult to get into. to get into here. You know, I don't know, but it's very difficult and very old. Mm, and we also have cars or caps or cap. Um, we have also cars here in Colombia, as in Europe. They are very useful for cities. We have to take in mind that taxi driver go and wherever you need to go, you know. So it's very useful for a city. But the people said that taxi driver sometimes they sometimes used to cheat people because um, the you know the cost of the career are not so are not so expensive than they used to to you know to what is the word to uh, you know taxi driver used to cheat people by the by the career, but they use an expensive cost. Not always, but they used to use more money than the than the normal than the normal way, than the normal costs. Um, they also we have Trump. They use in British or Europe. Here in Latin America, I don't think so. They are very common in big cities. And double cable car. They use cable car in San Francisco,
Yes.
but this kind of transport are in are for I don't know if I was stand very bad, but I think they are for poor people. I don't remember so
Yes.
well, but I don't listen. I think it's for poor people, and they use roots, but
Yes.
I don't
You are right.
exactly.
Okay, and no more.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, George. Thank you for um, your description about the George. What do you think is the better transport?
The bird the bird transport. Mm,
Yes.
uh, well, teacher, it depends because I don't know so much about Europe. I know in the theory, but I haven't visited Europe. But here in Latin America, I think the most productive way of transport is the taxi, and the planes, you know, because
Yes.
you have a fast service. You don't you don't you don't take time. You don't take so much time than buses. I think planes are more productive than buses. And I think planes and taxis in the city planes in the city taxis and planes, and in the big cities here in Colombia.
And you, what do you think about the cars? You don't like the cars? You have a car? Do you
Yeah,
have a car? No.
I had a a Porsche car, but it was around 2 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was when I was talking about taxi, I was including the cars, yeah.
the
Cars
car.
are very
Oh,
important as well, teacher. Pues, well, the cars, taxi and the planes. But if you want to tell me that I have to choose one, I choose planes. You know,
do you prefer the plane?
yeah, because if the cost, if you see the different costs in comparing planes, take in mind that if you want to visit another city, right? Um, the different costs between planes and buses is almost the same. It's not so much the difference, and you have a fast service, as you know, and it's more comfortable, you know. So it's
Yes,
more
because
that.
you arrive to the other place fast. You don't need many time
Yeah,
to arrive the other place.
yeah, teacher. It depends of the person because people there are a lot of people that likes to visit and and watch different cities. You know, when you are traveling, people likes to see the different cities. You know, but in the train you don't have that opportunity. You're going to the to your you're going to arrive to your destination very fast.
Do you travel by plane?
Yeah, teacher, I have traveled more or less 6 times. Yeah, 6 times
Okay.
from Cartagena to Bogota, Bogota to Cartagena. You know,
And by bus all time?
by bus. I have traveled by bus too when I was a poor person. Yeah.
You don't like the bus.
No, well, I used to use it, I used to travel by bus, but when I was 13 years or more or less, it was like between 10 and 15 years.
Yes. So in your
Yeah.
city, do you travel by bus? No.
Mm, we have bus here. We have buses here, but it's the municipal is the
Yes.
we have municipal buses, yeah. We have the municipal buses, and we have to take a bus to go to, well, Duitama is not so big. It's not so big city, but if we have tired, we have to take a bus to go for the downtown, or for the terminal that is the most the most far from my house, from my apartment.
Yes. Also. And the
Yeah.
taxi, you take a taxi or not?
No, well, I was a taxi driver, but I don't like so much because this is a very small city. You know, you have all kind of you want in 10 minutes. You know, if you want to go to the
Okay.
downtown,
Very
yeah,
important.
so it's the only place that is so far from my apartment is the hospital here in Duitama. So is
Okay.
and the terminal, you know, and the buses terminal.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, teacher.
So, do you have a bicycle?
I had a bicycle, but but so much time ago, so much time before, because I don't know. As you know, I travel. I moved to from Cartagena to Itama. Is like a big distance to carry on my bicycle. But I had a bicycle in Cartagena when I was living there. When I was living there, but now no. I used to walk around the city, so it's, but I like
You go
to,
to your work walking.
yeah, I used to walk a lot here in Duitama. Like,
Okay.
as you know, it's very small and it's not
Not
necessary, it's
necessary.
not
Take
so
a
much
bath,
necessary.
relax.
Yeah, teacher.
And what do you think them in the series that use the bicycle and not the bus? Because
Yeah,
the buses damage the environment. What do you think about it? Do you use the bicycle if you live in there?
teacher, can you repeat me again? I didn't understand very good.
Okay, so what do you think about the in the city use the bicycle, the car?
In my city,
No,
where I,
the other cities and the countries that use the bicycles to means of transport and no use the cars or bus. If you live there, you use the bicycle.
uh, well, teacher, I think the bicycle is a way to transport in a city, but if you live in a big city, it's very complicated because the distance is very, it's a big distance between one place to another place. As in Bogota, Bogota is people use bicycle, but it's a big distance, to run. Um, but if I would excuse me, if I go by, I go in bike by if I go in bike, it's in a small city, not in a big city, because you have a lot of cars, and there are a lot of uh, traffic, and it's very dangerous going in cities in those going bike in those big cities. I use it, but not in big cities, teacher, because it's dangerous for your life,
Yes.
I think so.
So
Yes, more or less.
you think it's a bad politic about it. You don't use the bicycle because it's it's
No,
difficult. Yes.
yeah, because I don't like so much to go in bicycle, but there are a lot of people that use it. But it's a way to think that it's like dangerous prac practice. It's a dangerous practice. Use it in big city. If you go to bicycle in New York, you have
Yes.
to know the different rules, because the transportation and the traffic is very important. It's complicated.
Yes. It's complicated.
Yeah,
But
teacher.
what do you think about that? The people have a car and a boat, an airplane. It's a people that are rich, but do you think they use
Yeah.
all transport or not?
Well, no, 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 not all people are that have cars, and our main mean of transport are rich. But I had a car. Um, it's important. It's important because people who use cars go to anywhere, and they go and they can go to whatever place they want. Because if you take a bus, the bus not doesn't go for your exactly place, if you want to say in that terms. um, but if you have a car, you can go for any place you want. And the buses, and I agree that people use cars. Yeah, because it's more fast than bicycle and motorcycles, you know. Um, and well, the bad things that I can say about cars are the exhaust, you know, the pollute that the that the cars the cars can affect. Beside the cars can affect the atmosphere, you know, and it's a
Yes.
lot of it's a big problem here nowadays. And we also can say that they affect the green effect. They have green effect. That is very important. And I like to use cars, but we have to take in mind those kind of problems, you know, the pollution, mm, and the that is dangerous for the atmosphere, and those kind of things, teacher. But I
Yeah.
agree, because but we can use the the laptop cars that is a that they don't use gasoline. They can use electrical functions. Is a good way to protect the atmosphere and the green effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, teacher.
Yes, George, you are right. So,
Uh,
um, I need to choose with this means of transport. I have a car, bus, train, taxi, and plane, and boat. Choose two
mhm.
about it. What do you want?
Um, well, plane was
Plane,
in your list. Plane, yeah.
plane, yeah,
Plane, and car, yeah.
plane, and car. Okay. So I have some words about this means of transport. So you please use it to make a short paragraph about this means of transport. Okay, I send you the photo by WhatsApp and you look this vocabulary. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, I have a problem. So I want to share with the the screen. Wait, wait a minute, and I fixed it. Okay, so okay, those are the vocabulary about those means of transport. George, please make a short paragraph about each one, okay? One paragraph for by car and by plane.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay.
Teacher, I have a question. Teacher,
Tell me, George.
teacher, do I have to make a paragraph? I do I have to make a history about those words
Yeah, maybe I said that you make a paragraph about the car and other paragraph about the plane. If you want to create a
using
story
those?
with both, don't worry. It's perfectly no problem.
Okay, a paragraph. Okay. Mm, teacher,
Finish?
I think so.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Well, teacher, I may
Read the.
I
Do you
yeah
pray the story or paragraph?
I made a paragraph. It's- I made a paragraph.
Okay.
Well, not it's a long paragraph, but I made it.
Yes.
Well, we have the car information, um, the phrases. My history is that uh, we can see the newest cars have great wheels with modern steering wheel. When you are going to crash, uh, the light indicator to run. As well, the wipers are made of rubber, and the garage that I have is very nice for my car. It is about car. However, you can go with your with you some. Excuse me, is for plane. The car is finished. Well, the plane in the airport, we can see that passport go to check-in and request an airline to travel. Later, if you pass luggage, if it is excessive, a person who is in the airport get off, who is working in the airport get off weight of it. Um, However, you can go with you some hand luggage. Um, First of all, they say if the weight is permitted or not. The next time, the pilot, when you get into the airplane, the pilot departures, and you can enjoy in flight entertainment while you arrive to your destination. um, you can go looking window seat. That's it, teacher.
Okay, George. Thank you for your paragraph. And
Okay.
this is the final activity. For today is no more because the other students absent. So
Okay.
today you finish.
Okay,
Okay.
teacher. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks for your assistance, and I see you tomorrow.
Okay, teacher. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye. Have a nice day.
Okay. Bye bye, teacher.
Bye.